Okay, so we've just arrived in our hotel in Zurich. What's it called? Placid. Placid is a bit random name as well, to be fair. It's an interesting hotel room. How much are we saying this cost us?
Like 125, I think.
Like for 2 nights.
It's only one night.
Oh yeah. Shows how much I know. I'm going to show you a little tour of the room because it's a little bit random. That's good storage, but why is the bed not up against there? Because then you can't get out, I guess, because then the door's here. Okay, so the door's here. You have one attached hanger. Have you seen that, Hannah? What's that for? It's just it's a bit Art Deco, like craziness going on in here. Bedside tables there at the back of the bed. Great for storage here. And then the bed is just situated in the middle of the room, essentially. And then the craziest part is that we have an open shower. Luckily, the toilet actually does have its own door. Oh, and a mirror, that's great. But literally just the toilet, because they thought, you know what, we'll give them privacy for that one. But showers, no, they can just see each other naked in the shower, it's fine. Like, I think there's meant to be a curtain, because that definitely looks like a curtain rail. But why would they take that out? That makes no sense. Because it's actually a massive shower as well. Oh, what is that, like a corner window? I thought it was going to be like one of those frosted windows, you know, like if you, maybe when you turn the shower on, it goes frosted. What? Well, that's just the wall, so why have we got a curtain there? She's so confused. I think they've built it wrong. Because why do we have a curtain there when there's literally just a wall there? There's no window. It should be that it starts there and then goes round so that no one's standing there in the bare nude. I mean, it's nice. It's just very random with that and the fact that the bed is literally in the middle of the room and a random chair. I feel like they've just gone a bit skew-whiff with the place, but it will do. And then padded wall. Yeah, like a fabric padded nice wall and then just concrete floor instead of a concrete wall and carpeted floor. I suppose maybe they couldn't have carpet there because they've got... This is like a wet room, really, now. Random. So after dumping off our luggage in our very strange hotel, we headed to the Christmas markets at the Zurich train station. This is where you will find the giant Lindt tree and a few other little Christmas stalls. It was very busy, but this was a Saturday evening. Not only was this so convenient because it was inside and it was slightly rainy, but this train station was absolutely gorgeous. We then took a nice little walk down the beautifully lit up streets to get to the singing Christmas tree. It was on quite frequently. It's completely free. It's inside a really small Christmas market within the city centre and really enjoyable to watch. After that, we got dinner at an all-vegetarian buffet-style restaurant where you helped yourself and then they weighed your food and that would be how much it cost. It was so good. And ended the night back at the Christmas markets to get mini pancakes because they are the best. The next day, we had a bit of time to play with before getting our train in the evening. So we actually found it was easier to store our luggage in the train station instead of going back to the hotel. There were so many storage lockers in the train station and it was so easy to use. The machine tells you everything to do and it was only about £8 for the whole day, and then you keep your receipt and take it back with you to get your stuff back out. I really recommend you do that if you want to explore the city without taking all your luggage with you. We've actually just come to Chocolate Heaven. Look, they've got Ferrero Rocher light and then the best, a chocolate wall. We're having a proper chocolatey day today, aren't we? There was us going, we need to save ourselves for the Lindt factory. Stupid question, is that real? It smells real. There was a Christmas market that we really wanted to go to, so we decided to walk there and take in everything that Zurich had to offer. We did stumble across what seemed to be the marathon day in Zurich, so there was a lot going on and a lot of the roads were closed, and it was slightly manic in some places. However, it was still really nice. Unfortunately, because it was a Sunday, a lot of the shops were shut, but luckily, like I said, we were heading to the Christmas market, which is always open. One thing that I did notice in Switzerland was that their zebra crossings were yellow instead of white. I did my research on this and it is purely just because the yellow colour attracts more attention. So that is my random Switzerland fact. We absolutely had to visit the Christmas bauble shop in the Christmas market. There was a little bit of a queue, but it went quite quickly. It was kind of like a one in, one out system that they had going, just purely so that nothing got broken. It was very small in there and that you could have your own time to look around, but it was still quite busy in there. I love that one. I picked up this cute card for my scrapbook and also this bauble, which I did love, but I did later swap because I found one that was a bit better for me. This Christmas market was really busy, but they do have really good seating areas. And we found this super cute Christmassy bar, which had a good view from the top so you can see how busy it was. So we scoped out where we were going to go next and then headed back into the crowds. This Christmas market is actually where the Opera House is, so we had a little look at that. And then Santa decided to come to town on a motorbike. We then headed to a shop that we saw was very cute and Christmassy and took some pictures outside of there. I'll pop the name on the screen now, before heading to what we were most looking forward to all day, the Lindt chocolate factory. This cost us 17 francs each, which is about £15, which is well worth the money. Like, so exciting. It's like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There she is in all her glory. Wow. Oh my god. As you can tell, I was wowed the second I stepped through the door, so I definitely recommend coming here. I mean, you can't come to the home of Lindt chocolate and not come to the factory. They do give you a time slot that you are meant to stick to, but we did manage to get in a little bit early, about 10 minutes early. However, they do have a shop inside, of course, so you can spend your money on the Lindt chocolate, and they also have cute little photo spots. Also, they do have lockers, which was handy because it did get very hot in the factory, and they were free to use. So I made sure I grabbed my audio and we headed on into the factory tour. Firstly, you walk through a section where they tell you how chocolate is made and the history of the Lindt chocolate. It was really busy in this first section, but once everyone spread out throughout the factory, it was a lot less crowded. They also show you things like this super cute first ever vending machine. Then time for the best bit, the chocolate fountain tasting. So they had a dark chocolate, a milk chocolate and a white chocolate. You grabbed your own spoon and you helped yourself to as much of the chocolate fountain as you would like. And a bonus was that it was warm, which was a very pleasant surprise. Then continuing to walk through, they have this little fake factory set up to show you how the chocolate is made through the machines. And then that brings you out to more chocolate tasting. Nearing the end of the factory tour, they do have these little Lindt ball stations. I saw a lot of TikToks about people taking way too many of these, so they are definitely manned now, and they even had a security guy at the end to check how many you were taking. So you're only allowed one of each flavour, otherwise you will get told off. Then we came to the end of the factory tour to this, where you can scan your ticket barcode and get a surprise, which was obviously a free chocolate. Just to note as well, this tour isn't manned or anything like that. You don't have a tour guide, you have the audio and you can listen to that, but you can just walk around at your own pace on your own. As we left, we got to see the factory all beautifully Christmassy lit up before heading back to the train station to get our train to Montreux. We've arrived in Montreux. Hannah is just in the shower, so I will make this short and sweet so I don't get copyright from Taylor Swift that she's playing in the shower. But we got a train that took about 2.5 hours to Montreux, and I'm really excited for tomorrow because we're off to somewhere very exciting and I'm hoping there's snow. So let's go to sleep and then I'll show you where we're heading off to tomorrow. The next day was definitely our peak of the trip. We headed back to the train station, but this time it was for the Belle Epoque train. We are about to get on this beautiful old train. This is something that I highly recommend you do not miss out on doing. You have two options for this train. You have second class, which was around £27, and what we chose was first class, which was £44 each, which I would say is well worth the money, because if you see the second class, it's still lovely, you're still on the same train, but you don't have the same seats, and a lot of people from second class were coming into first class to take pictures because it was way nicer. It was a lot more comfortable for the journey. The route that we took was from Montreux station to Gstaad, which is a beautiful ski resort that we spent the day in. This route was about 1 hour and 45, so you get the whole journey of beautiful views of lakes and mountains, and then straight into the snow. I spent the whole time running around the carriage, just oohing and ahhing at every single thing we went past. It truly was a winter wonderland that we were passing through. We arrived at Gstaad around 11:30. It was literally about 10 steps from the train station to the main part. Look at this. And they were playing my all-time favourite Christmas song. It just made it feel like the whole time we were there, we were walking around on a movie set of one of those cringy Christmas films. And we were absolutely loving it. And then we stumbled across this cute dog who wasn't a fan of the church bells. Poor thing was not a fan, or he just wanted to make everyone aware that the bell was ringing. So we spent a bit of time wandering around, popping into some of the shops. There are the most beautiful ski chalet inspired designer shops here. I can totally see why the rich and famous come here for their skiing destination. You even get the chance to go on a horse and carriage ride, which we didn't get to do as we'd already walked around at this point and we wanted to go up into the mountain to get lunch. So we headed to the ski lift to take us up to the mountains. which if you've ever been skiing, it is a really weird experience to get on a ski lift without skis attached to your feet. This was actually pretty expensive. It cost us 30 francs each, which is basically £30, just for a return ticket to go up and back down. I don't know about you, but we found that pretty expensive considering you're only on the ski lift for about 5 minutes. But the views whilst you're on the ski lift and when you get to the top were absolutely well worth it. We thought we would be so cold, so we made sure we had our thermals on and our coats. But because we were lucky and the sun was shining all day, we actually sat outside the restaurant for lunch without our coats on, and we were so hot. We took some very cute pictures up in the mountains, got to get those views in, enjoyed a really lovely lunch before heading back down again to catch our train back to Montreux. We got the Golden Pass Express train back, which really looked similar to the Glacier Express, with the super wide big windows for the best views again, to take us back to Montreux, where we stopped off at the Christmas market, which was literally opposite the train station. The Montreux Christmas markets were by far the biggest and best Christmas markets I've ever been to. It ran so far right along the lake's water's edge and had so many different stalls. It even had a flying Santa. Hannah's getting in the water. Anything to see Santa fly. I have never seen anything like it, and I could see the kids were all so excited. I mean, I was even getting excited. It was such a magical thing. It happened about every hour until 7:30, so we actually caught that twice. Then, just as we thought we were getting to the end of the Christmas market, there was actually a whole separate food hall. We ended up getting pizza for dinner and then heading back to the hotel. The next morning, we got up, checked out of our Montreux hotel, and had a lovely little breakfast with an even more gorgeous view. We decided to walk back to the train station via the Christmas market so that we could see the lake in the daylight. And I was so happy we did this because it was completely different. Where else can you get a Christmas market with this amazing view? We got our train to our next and final destination, which was Geneva. We checked into our hotel, which was only 5 minutes away from the train station, and had the tiniest lift I have ever been in. You could only fit one person with your luggage, and then we did realise we were only on the first floor, so we could have just walked up the stairs. I'll pop the name of the hotel up on the screen now, but it was in such a good location. We could walk absolutely everywhere we needed to go to. The room was really modern, really clean. But I feel like at least this bathroom's like slightly different. But why? Why would you have why would you have that? And what's the point in the curtain? It's not even a proper curtain, it's a net curtain. So you can still see in there. I mean, it's lovely. I just don't understand why everything is see-through and everything is separate. Bit strange. We don't know if that's just a Switzerland thing, but we've never had a completely exposed shower before. So we started off going out for a little explore and came across this souvenir shop that sold so much chocolate, so we stocked up for our gifts to take back home. And I've never seen so many different flavours of chocolate. Then we took a walk over to the Geneva Christmas market. This was definitely a holiday of just exploring each place and their Christmas markets and what they had to offer. I'm sure it did look slightly different and maybe a little bit better in the evening when it was dark, but it was still nice to go here for a little bit of lunch and a wander around, but it was nowhere near as big and as good as the Montreux Christmas market. I went for chips with gravy, which was so good, and also another little treat. I just got a warm cookie. It's so good. I can't eat it. That was no word of a lie the best cookie I've ever had. It was warm and it was delicious. Once we were done at the Christmas market, we decided to carry on a little stroll around Geneva, see what we could find. We did stumble across the Four Seasons Hotel and we had to go inside to check out their Christmas decorations, which did not let us down. So we decided that later on we would go back there for a drink. So after a little bit of shopping and an outfit change before we headed to dinner, we did just that and spent £20 on a peach iced tea. We then decided to have pizza for dinner before heading back to the hotel, checking out the spa, before packing and getting ready to get up early for our flights the next morning. We're saying goodbye to Switzerland, checking out and heading home. So back in the smallest lift in the world we go to check out from this gorgeous hotel. Here's a little mini tour of what the reception area looked like, as I didn't actually show you before. Then it was saying our goodbyes because we both flew back home to different airports, but I couldn't complain when I had views of snowy mountains to say goodbye to. If you enjoy this vlog, make sure you subscribe because there are so many more to come, and also check out my TikTok and Instagram as there's loads more information on the places I visit there too.